So this is my first broom boom, and this is the garden that got away this summer. It broke its string, and it floated south, and it came around from my dock, and it landed here in my sister's shoreline. So this is my grandmother's beach. This is where I was in the water when I was 2 days old. So this is a very special spot for me on Shawnigan Lake. So this was my first broom boom, and I created this on Mother's Day of 2016. So I wanted to try and find a way to get plants onto the lake that clean and bioremediate the water, but I couldn't think of anything to put them in that wouldn't hurt the environment. I didn't want to use lumber because that would be cutting down trees. So I thought about it, and then I came up with the idea of using Scotch broom. So I cut down Scotch broom when it was in flower, so before it went into seed, and I bundled it up kind of like a sage bundle, and inside it I put wine bottles that had been resealed and recorked. And actually, no, that first one, that's right, I used mason jars and Miracle Whip jars and glass jars. That was my first flotation device for this one. Correction there. Now they have wine bottles in them because, well, as I found out, broom sinks. Because when I first built it, I didn't put any flotation in it just to see what it would do, and it sank. So it now has flotation in it. But broom is a very good medium, and it holds the plants in quite well. So this here is a comfrey. Comfrey absorbs sodium and sulfur. So comfrey really likes growing straight in the water. It's quite happy to have soaking wet feet, as you can see. The reeds love having soaking wet feet. Ferns, not so much. So I'm going to put some flotation under here and raise her up a little bit because you can see the one on the end that's not completely submerged has got a lot more life to it. The reeds have done really well. The bulrushes are coming together. My big grassy thingy over there fell over because this thing is falling apart. So this is it now, and I'm going to do a little beautying up on it and bring her back and show you the result of that. Okay, so here's the before picture, and I'll come back with the after. Okay, I'm back. I've put 6 wine bottles in them that have words like clarity, love, clear in it, and she's up floating again. Looks good. I don't think this rope's going to last very long though, so I'm going to need to find some good, strong, probably hemp rope would be great, and then I can wrap it all up nicely right now, and then just cut off all the polyester crap because it's not going to hold. It's going to fray and rot like you can see right there. So I got stung in my arm from a bumblebee who was obviously planning on wintering in my garden or was hanging out in my garden. I don't think I killed him. I think maybe he bit me, but it certainly hurt like hell. So what I did is I went and grabbed, here I have plantain growing on my garden. Now it's not really happy because this was part of it that was submerged, but there was one leaf that I could pull off and chew on, and that is a natural antihistamine. And that natural antihistamine then went into my digestion and worked from the inside while I put what I chewed up in my mouth, I put on the sting, and within 5 minutes, sting was gone. So, yeah, plantain likes the floating gardens, and it would have done much better if it hadn't been submerged in the sinking of the garden. So anyways, this is my broom boom number 1. This is the one that was birthed on Mother's Day, and that's the broom. And she's done really well. I have hardack in here. Those branches there are willow branches, and there's little willow branches or willow trees popping up all through the garden because it goes the whole way through the garden. So I basically built my broom boom around 2 branches of willow, which are now, oh, there's one. There's a little willow tree right there. So willow is one of the best water cleaners on the planet. So that's why they always grow beside water. The hardack was doing really well until it got tipped over and fell apart. Should hopefully spring right back up again. The grass is doing well. The hardack, the ferns did not do well. Too moist, too wet for them. So what I'll do is I'll cut them down and leave them there and see how they do over the winter. And then we'll figure out what works and what doesn't work. So this was broom boom number 1. She's fallen apart several times. I've put her back together several times. And we have a long, lovely relationship. Oh yeah, let me show you the moss. Let me just move this over here. So I had some moss. So let me move it to the sun. There we go. There's the moss. Isn't that cool? It really likes growing right on the water. And then I think that's a weed. But, you know, weeds are really good bioremediators, which is why they show up in your yard. They're, you know, cleaning, eating something. So, yeah, I think this has been a success so far. Look at the root system underneath here. Can you see that? That's all roots that are flowing out from underneath this garden. That would be the cattails and the reeds, and that's cleaning our water right now. Isn't that cool? Gotta love nature. So, this is another solution. And, yeah, broom booms. Thanks.